So, welcome. We're sitting here with Andrea Pallaoro, director of the film Monica. We're going to have a small talk with him about his movie. So, tell me, have you been to Stockholm before? Is it your first time?
Yes, no, I've been here before. I was here with my film Hannah, starring Charlotte Rampling, about 4 or 5 years ago. Yeah, 5 years ago in 2017. And I have very good memories of my time at the festival, and so I'm very excited to be back.
Right.
Yeah.
What has been your experience of the festival before?
I've met really interesting filmmakers. I remember, and also it had a very nice atmosphere, nice energy, and it's a celebration of cinema. So I felt right at home when I came. Yeah.
Great. And are you planning seeing any movies at the festival now?
Yes, there are a few films I'm looking forward to seeing, documentaries and fiction. I'm leaving tomorrow, so I have to manage my schedule. But yeah, I look forward to trying to make it work.
Great, perfect. So we can talk a little bit more about your thought process creating this movie. What, because it's such an interesting story of this trans woman having struggled with her family's relations and so on. How did you come up with that story? Why did you want to make a
Yes.
story about this woman?
Monica is part of a larger exploration on the themes of abandonment, the consequences, the dynamics of abandonment. And abandonment, also as the experience of not being recognized, not feeling understood. Um, and I think it's something that we have all dealt with in one way or another. It's really an inherently human experience, uh, dealing with abandonment, and I think it's something that affects all of our relationships, um, and this is why it really fascinates me, like to explore its complexities, its consequences on who we are, on our identities. Uh, this exploration started, as I said, with my previous film, with Hannah. And as of now, I really see it as being part of a trilogy, with Monica being the second film. And yes, while with Hannah, though, we saw a woman that um, was struggling to come to terms with her identity. Uh, with Monica, it's almost the opposite, like we still look at this character through the prism of this theme, but we see a woman that is able to heal the wounds of her and the traumas of her past through forgiveness. And for me, she's a modern day heroine. Uh, she's a paradigm of 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 how to deal with our past and to move forward. Yeah.
I see. I can imagine that a lot of people can relate to what you're saying there. That everyone has, at some time in their lives, experienced some kind of
Yes.
abandonment or the feeling of being abandoned. Uh, so I think it's a really interesting subject to lift. And what about the name Monica? Who did you come up with that?
Yes.
The
Well,
title and the name of
this story actually draws a parallel with the life stories of a few friends of mine, and so it's a fictional name that I come up with. It's not one that is one of my friends, but if even though they uh, they play they have played an important part in the writing of the story. Because it draws a parallel with their lives, as I said. But it's a name that like felt right for this character. Yeah, yeah.
And how did you, during the casting of the cast of Monica herself, and what were you thinking there? Why did you choose? Now I forgot her name.
Trace Lizette.
Exactly. Why did you choose her to play Monica?
Yeah, in fact, actually, it was a very long search. It lasted more than a year, and I saw many candidates for this role. It was an international search. I saw more than 30. But I have to say that when I first met Trace Lizette, who plays the leading character of Monica, I felt an immediate recognition that she would be the right person to embark on this journey. Because not only it was very clear from the beginning that she understood the psychological and emotional space that I wanted to explore with this character, but also she possessed and she possesses like the very rare quality of being and of becoming someone, a character, instead of acting, you know, in front of the camera. And I'm very grateful that we embarked on this journey together, because I, I believe that her performance was able to explore like that space in a very articulate, but also retaining all the complexities, you know. Yeah.
And where do you find inspiration in creating films? Where do you find inspiration?
Well, I think it's cinema has always played a very important role in my life since I was little, and it has helped me understand the world that we live in, but also myself. And because of that, I've always I felt an urge to contribute to the larger conversation of cinema. I felt like a need to attempt to do what so many auteurs before me did, and the gifts that they've given me over the years. And so I think, yes, that's where the urge comes from. It's wanting to contribute to the dialogue of cinema. Yeah.
Okay. And you will travel more with this film later on. You will go to a bunch of different festivals. Tell me a little bit about what's coming next.
Of course.
For Monica as well.
Well, the film had its world premiere at the Venice Film Festival, and since then I've been traveling. It has been very interesting to see the reaction the different audiences from all over the world have to the film, and the opportunity to connect with the audiences has been very exciting for me, and very pleasurable too. I love this part of the process of meeting the spectators. And right after Stockholm, we'll be going to Spain, Marrakesh, Tallinn. We'll be in India, in Goa, and yeah, I will be traveling quite a lot with it.
Perfect. Great. Thank you.
No, of course.
Thank you for. It's really fun to have you. It's great to have you at the
I'm very excited to be here. Stockholm is a really beautiful city, and again, as I said, I have very good memories of this festival. So it's always a pleasure to come back.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you for this interview, and
Thank you.
hope you have a wonderful stay in Stockholm.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much.